It was early afternoon when Karen decided to make her presence felt again, this time targeting my Harley. Apparently, she had decided that parking her expensive car near mine somehow gave her the right to call the cops over a completely lawful vehicle placement. Karen arrived in a flurry, waving her phone and clipboard, her face red with outrage. I was in the driveway, performing routine maintenance on my Harley, when Karen stormed up. "You cannot park like this," she shouted. "I'm calling the police. This is against HOA regulations." I looked up, calmly wiping my hands on a rag. "Karen," I said evenly, "this is my property and that includes the driveway. Your HOA rules have no jurisdiction here, and any attempt to enforce them will be considered harassment and trespassing." Her face twisted with disbelief. "You can't just ignore the rules. I am the HOA president." I held up a hand, cutting her off. "No, Karen, you are not. And parking your Ferrari next to mine does not grant you any authority. Any further interference will be documented and treated legally." Karen, clearly flustered, fumbled with her phone, attempting to call for backup or police intervention. She was unprepared for what came next. I had anticipated her antics and had already notified the local authorities, who arrived promptly to assess the situation. As the officers arrived, Karen waved her phone frantically, shouting, "They're violating HOA rules. You have to do something." The lead officer, after reviewing the deeds and confirming property boundaries, looked at her with a mix of disbelief and amusement. "Ma'am, this is private property. The vehicles are lawfully parked. Any attempt to enforce HOA rules here is considered harassment. You need to leave immediately." Karen froze, her face draining of color. She had expected compliance, intimidation, and perhaps a quick victory. Instead, she was met with law, authority, and undeniable facts. Her imagined power had crumbled completely. By mid-afternoon, Karen had retreated, muttering about conspiracies, overreach, and imagined injustices. Neighbors who had witnessed the spectacle whispered among themselves, impressed at how swiftly and decisively the situation had been handled. The driveway remained clear, the Harley untouched, and the property fully secure. Later, I reviewed the security footage, documenting every movement and word. This not only preserved evidence for any potential legal measures but also reinforced a critical lesson. Preparation, legal authority, and calm decisiveness neutralize audacity, entitlement, and aggression. By evening, the driveway was quiet, the sun reflecting off the Harley's polished chrome. Karen's reputation for overconfidence and meddling had suffered another blow. Her attempt to dictate where a vehicle could be parked on a property she did not own had failed spectacularly. The incident quickly became a neighborhood story. Karen, who thought she could enforce HOA rules over a lawfully parked motorcycle, had been stopped immediately. Once again, preparation, ownership, and calm authority had triumphed over arrogance, entitlement, and delusion. The driveway, my Harley, and the surrounding property remained secure. Karen had learned, yet again, that audacity and imagined authority cannot prevail against legality, preparation, and strategic foresight. My property, my rules, and my peace were fully intact.